Almost 59 lakh units. That's the amount of two-wheelers Hero MotoCorp sold in the last financial year. And one might wonder that scooters would have contributed 15 to 20% of the entire sales. Not even close. Hero managed just 4,22,000 units of scooters. To give you guys a context, Honda sold over 24 lakh units of just the Activa. So as you can see, scooters has been a weak segment for Hero MotoCorp. But the company has overhauled its entire scooter portfolio over the past few years. And what we are riding today is the most affordable modern scooter from the company. The Destini 110 competes against the Honda Activa and the TVS Jupiter, the Dhurandhars of our scooter segment. So does it make sense to buy this Destini 110 over those rock stars? Let's find out. So as the name suggests, the Destini 110 is powered by a 110cc engine. The specifications are on your screen right now. And from those numbers, you would have figured out that this isn't a performance scooter. It's a proper commuter. So the acceleration is decent at best. Does speeds between 30 to 50 kilometers per hour very well, which is good for city commuting. Once you start crossing 50 kilometers per hour, the engine feels a bit lazy in that sense to gain momentum. And it can do speeds around 80-90 kilometers per hour, but the cruising speed for this scooter, it feels very relaxed at between 60 to 70 kilometers per hour, which is fine for a family scooter in that sense. What I really like about this engine is the refinement. The engine is very refined at city speeds or even highway speeds. There's hardly any vibrations on the handlebar and it feels very settled. So as a city runabout, the Destini 110 does make sense. But if you want a scooter which is peppy, something energetic or fun, this scooter isn't the right fit for you. Like the Jupiter 110 feels slightly more exciting to ride compared to the Destini 110. But as a city commuter, it does the job very well. Hero claims that the Destini 110 is the most fuel-efficient scooter in its segment. In our fuel runs, the scooter returned us 44 kilometers per liter, which honestly isn't a bad figure. Let me be clear, we didn't ride the scooter at certain speeds to extract the best mileage. In fact, if ridden sedately, the Destini 110 can return over 50 kilometers per liter. The styling of the Destini 110 isn't boring like a typical commuter scooter and has a sense of flair attached to it. I particularly like the shape of the headlight with the bold LED DRL. Also, the large apron-mounted indicators with a chrome strip makes it look distinct. The center panel has a nice curvy line, while the tail section looks sporty similar to the Hero Vida. The backrest adds a bit of visual mass, and it also is useful for the pillion rider. Hero claims that the panels of the Destini 110 are metal, but the apron is made out of plastic and only the front mudguard and the center panels are made out of metal. With respect to features, you get a basic analog speedometer and there is a small display for fuel gauge, odometer, trip meter and real-time fuel efficiency. Apart from this, you also get a start-stop system for extracting better fuel efficiency. Switch gear and overall build quality of the scooter is decent, but finish levels could be better. And our test unit faced issues as sometimes it failed to start and I had to kickstart the scooter to bring it to life. So talking about the ergonomics of the Destini 110, first up the seat height. The seat height is pretty accessible at 770 mm. I am 5 feet 10 tall, weigh around 100 kg. For me, I can easily flat foot and I think for most of the riders, even for female riders, the seat height should be accessible. Second aspect is the riding posture. Again, like your typical scooter, very upright and very comfortable, and the handlebar also feels nice. And when you take a U-turn, yeah, it kind of hits my legs. So if you're on the taller side, the riding posture might feel a slightly cramped. So you'll have to, kind of spread your legs when you want to take a U-turn. And in terms of seat space also for the rider, I think the seat is very well done and there's a lot of space. And even for the pillion rider, there's a lot of space. There's a nice little backrest which adds more comfort and support. So in terms of ergonomics, it is comfortable. Second aspect is the underseat storage. Hero hasn't specified the underseat storage specification, but it looks decent enough for a normal ISI helmet. As you can see, we have kept some knickknacks over here. There's also a boot light which is useful. So in terms of ergonomics, in terms of convenience, it is good. There is also a cubby hole at the front which is very deep enough, and there's also a USB charger above that, so maybe you can keep your phone and charge it. But I wouldn't recommend that, because if you hit a bump or something, there is a possibility of the phone coming out of it. So yeah, in terms of the ergonomics, it's like your typical scooter. In terms of convenience also, there's decent space, but the Jupiter 110 has better under-seat storage because the fuel tank is positioned on the footboard, and you can fit 2 helmets on the Jupiter 110. On this, you can only fix 1 helmet. So that's the ergonomics and convenience aspect of the new Destini 110. Just like the Jupiter 110, the Destini 110 too rides on a pair of 12-inch wheels. The scooter feels decently nimble and agile for most of our traffic scenarios, but on certain occasions, the rear does feel a bit heavier and the extra weight can be felt. Ride quality too isn't the best out there, as the rear feels a bit firm over speed breakers and bad roads. The ride quality can be improved when compared to the Jupiter 110. The disc brake offers positive stopping power and the braking performance is good. The biggest USP of the Hero Destini 110 is its pricing, as it is among the most affordable scooters on sale. The base variant is priced at 72,000. The top end variant, which we are riding, is priced at 79,000. For that extra money, you get a disc brake and a backrest. I think Hero could have kept the pricing slightly more competitive for the top end variant. But then again, compared to its rivals, it still remains the most affordable 110cc scooter on sale. The Destini 110 is a good scooter for someone looking for a city runabout, which is like a proper family scooter. Is frugal, is refined, gives you good fuel efficiency, and in terms of comfort also, it's not bad, and the styling also is decent enough. But the issue is, as I mentioned in the beginning, the Dhurandhars, the Jupiter 110 and the Activa. Now, these scooters have set different benchmarks in the industry, and they have proven their record. Like for example, the Honda Activa is renowned for its reliability, its refinement and frugalness. The Jupiter 110 on the other hand looks more stylish, has a ton of features and is more peppy. So in those competition, the Destini 110 feels a bit short. Having said that, if you're on a tight budget and you think that Hero's after sale service is cheap and you want a typical proper family scooter, then Destini 110 still makes sense. But personally, I think the Jupiter 110 or the Activa are better choices.